Boom, boom, boom. Hey, happy Tuesday, y'all. It is time for a draw over show. I've got these three artists. One, two, three. This is going to be fun. Let's jump in and get to it. And we're off. Okay. Let's see if we're rolling. We are rolling. Okay. Member 2403. I saw this bear and I love the look of it. Look at the way you got the volume here. All your paint strokes really bring out how solid that massive animal is. I've got a note for you about the feet. You're hiding them a little bit behind these rocks. I would just recommend maybe taking one paw, maybe having it cross that plane like that. I think, there we go. Get in there. Anyway, something like that. I don't know if that's the solution, but you know what I'm saying. It looks like you're hiding it. The ground, I would add more depth to this ground. You've got a nice kind of perspective happening here, but then you pump the brakes too early and you end up with this weird path that you got at the bottom. So what I did is just threw some cool rocks like you have painted and then just kind of give us a foreground a little bit. Then it does feel like, he could turn and walk out the frame. That's kind of neat. You know what? You had one other note. I wanted to bring this up. I think you had like this long post on Reddit, and you were talking about how that you're a college grad or recently graduated art school, and you're in this kind of a negative spiral of fear and anxiety, which is absolutely common. Every college grad is going to be anxious. But you talked about jobs, employment studios, and building a career. And you had no clue about what to do. So at this point, if you've already graduated, you need to just find that professional artist in the field that you want to work in right now and reach out to that person and talk and ask questions and share your work and your aspirations. And then when you find that one guy or girl, pick four more and get that network going, man. But this is good. You've got great potential. Keep it up. Right. Whoa. Here we go. Okay. Who's this? Kami. This is so sweet. Look at this piece. Okay, I had a couple ideas. Kami Pepper. I would look at how odd the design is, the composition. Picture yourself in a field with your sister or your friend, and you're maybe thinking you want to take a photo of her. I mean, how would you frame that photo with this cool background? I think I would put her in the middle. I know this is kind of weird to have this odd symmetry going on, but it may be that bullseye you're looking for. Maybe you're trying to say that your sister is just as pretty as any sunflower, which is kind of cool. So yeah, tonal wise, I would kick all this down into a dark, and it's going to help her pop a little, or maybe her head, and this cool comparison you're doing with the sunflowers and her head. So that's kind of neat. And then if you see how that makes just much more impact, like it's darker. So I'm kind of more I'm invited into the piece a little bit. Yeah, I just threw some more darks and modeling on her face just to see if I like it. My point here was your value scale is it's very light. So you can just keep going and dark. I mean, if this is a study, fine, but you can get a lot of mileage out of adding a little bit more contrast and punch up that contrast. So I think I do like it like that. But look at the overall effect here. Could be kind of cool if that's the direction you wanted to go. But this is great. Keep it up. I really like it. It looks like a stamp. We're going. Here we go. Okay, this is the last one of today. Yeah, this piece is striking. I like it. I was going to do this piece, but there's really not that much to say about it, so I'm just rolling on. I'm going to find another one. Yeah, you're doing some really cool, interesting studies, and this is the one. Let's go with this one. So this is neat. What I think though, when I keep looking at that reference, you shared your reference, and that reference really had this neat diagonal happening. Yeah, there it is. And I think, yeah, that look at her nose, your nose, her nose, your nose. Yeah, you missed that perspective, which then but that's not a big deal. That's easy to fix. The other thing was here's a note. Like, look at this cheekbone, this cheek area. That's going to be coming out at us. And if you look at that reference, yeah, she's got this nice like poly side, and then there's another straight angle on the other side. So let's do this. I kind of over crank it a little and do too much. But then you can always back that off and smooth out the edges, experiment with opacity and color, and see if the highlights are working. But that, I mean, and then you just keep paring it down till you get something that kind of is helping that area. That particular is that, yeah, there we go. So something like that, just to pull it out. That's still not perfect and the color's off, but you know what I'm saying. I'm about form and light. And then this eye area, look, here's my thing. You made him kind of a stylized eye, which is cool. But I would look at how cool this eye is. Like everything else you pulled inspiration from, I would stick with trying to capture like the Asian eye, which can be tough and you got to be sensitive. So it's just a good challenge. Why not try to just do it in as few strokes as you can? So I just painted over your eye, put a little dark here. This other eye of yours is weirded me out, so I'm just going to cover it up. So I think that's still not perfect, but you know what I mean? Just go for the challenge. Look at how beautiful the real eye is, and then trying to just match or suggest that. But this is good. You're on your way. You're doing some good studies. Good job.